There are a few different types of soulmates. Today I'm going to cover three and then the twin flame. So that's going to be a total of four things that I'm going to give a nice brief summary of and from experience also. The first one is the crush soulmate. That usually happens when we're in a, we're younger and it's a crush that you have on somebody and it's a soulmate because you're being drawn to the type of soulmates that you're going to be going through and the end result of who you'll be with. And that crush soulmate, I remember in my neighborhood there was three brothers, and the middle brother was who I had a crush on. He also had a crush on me. And what happened was we never were a couple, but we were always drawn to each other. So that frequency at that time was drawn to him and himself to me. And what happened was, I became friends with his sister, and and that was my end to get up to see him even more often. And we also went to school together. High school. And when I would go to his house, he would make sure that the younger brother that had a crush on me was out playing football. And then every once in a while, the older brother would be home and he would want me to interact with him and watch TV with him and things along that line. But I never had no attraction to that brother. It was just the middle brother. So the middle brother, I would try to wash his hair or do whatever to just keep a close connection to him. And whenever I walked across him in school, my little heart fluttered. And then eventually he would start dating other girls. And while he was dating the other girls, that's when my second soulmate came in, who was a karmic. So he came in and he romanced me a lot, and I felt special. So I ended up going with him for maybe 5 years. I'm not good with years, but it was about 5 years, and we had a son together. But he was violent, and with that violence, I always wanted to prove to everybody that he was a good guy, and that violence was very confusing for me at the time. And what it did was that violence makes all your emotions come out at once. So it's love, fear, anger, embarrassment. It's everything, and it's magnified. So you really don't know what is going on. Eventually, I was able to get away from that with the help of my family. And I had just gotten tired of it. That phase was over, so I was tired of it. He still, to this day, still wants to be involved with me, but I'm past that. I'm friends with everybody, but no. So what I'm going to describe is the three different types of soulmates that we could find ourselves in, and or not be in, which is better because I would prefer nobody go through the abusive kind in any form. But then you also have the karmic soulmate that controls your mind, and belittles you, and so you still, it's not physical, but they make you feel lower than them. So it's a matter of knowing who you are when you're in a karmic situation to be able to get out of it. The hardest thing I find for karmic situations is when they have children together, and finding that exit to get out, because a lot of times people feel they should be in it for the kids and things along that line, when in actual fact, it could do a repeat. Is like breaking that karmic cycle. So eventually, as a twin that I found out I was later on in years, we find out that each of those individuals that I was involved with, it helped to break any generational blocks that they may have encountered in their past, from their generation, from their mother, grandmother, and grandfather, and things along that line. So I have seen them make a turn for the better. So that's part of the things that twins do, even though they don't know it at the time. And what we twins do, we have a strong love for everybody, which is instilled from us from when we signed the contract to come here, because we're in line with the Creator when He sent Yeshua, His Son, His connection, His one, to the earth to love. Love is what takes us to the fifth dimension and above, because love is the strongest emotion out there. And if we could love strongly, correctly, then we're doing really great. And which brings me to the third soulmate, which is what's needed in the earth. And I've come across a few of these, and their connection is phenomenal. I mean, they could go through so many stages, whether it's good stages or bad stages, and they come through in the end. They're still there. I remember in high school, there was a couple that dated since they first started in high school. And to this day, they're still married, children and everything. And I was talking to the gentleman, I think last year, and they're still going strong. That's only one example. That's the high level soulmates, which people sometimes get confused with a twin flame. And those high level soulmates is what could help raise the frequency. That's why it's one of the missions of a twin flame is to help people to recognize who their high level soulmates are and to unite them, because that strong love is able to help raise the frequency of the masses also, and give directions as to what is the soulmates that is needed in this physical earth realm, as it raises through to the fifth dimension. And then let me see, my cousin, she's in a high level soulmate. She had met her boyfriend at the time when she was in her late teens, and they dated. And I remember her saying that when she had specifics when she was coming up, what she was looking for in a mate, and everything that she had, she has. And the good thing, what I like about them, is that they're still together. They still love each other. He still teases her and plays around. And it's not like they have to be clingy. Like she could go where she wants to go. So she is her own individual. And she also loves him as her husband and her children and grandchildren. So that is one powerful connection. I think they've been together for, let's say, 35 years and plus. So and they make a nice couple. She supports him in whatever he needs to do. And she's, like I said, if she's got somewhere to go, she doesn't have this, like, she doesn't want to go because he's not going. They have a sweet relationship. I remember she used to take us always to the beach, and he wouldn't go. We would have our family gatherings and he wouldn't go. He was more quiet. So, but he was always there, and the family always, like the younger ones, looked up to that, and they wanted to have a relationship like that. So we seem to have gotten away from that as in the physical, because we're now trying to yearn and be twin flames. Now, twin flames, I could tell you from experience, I've never personally been in a high level soulmate relationship. My closest long term relationship was with my false twin flame, which was my husband. And that was an experience. I would have thought he would have been my twin flame. So now, each of those soulmates that I went through, I don't have any feelings for them anymore. It didn't take, after I had gone and separated from them, my feelings for them were totally gone. But then we have this twin flame, which is a whole new ball game. And at first I knew the attraction right away. I tried to ignore it, and it was hard for him and it was hard for me. And as time grew on, people always came in between it. And I didn't realize at the time that that was necessary, because we had to understand our journey is unique from anything that we've been involved with. I mean, I got to a point where I was like, please, I'm just really tired of, why is this happening to me? If I could get over everybody else, why can't I get over this one? And that's when I seeked to find out what it was about. And that's when I found out that it was a twin flame relationship. So what that is that not everybody is a twin flame. Not everybody should want to be either, to be honest with you, because it's not one of the easiest journeys out there. And it really isn't. So I know that people are like, oh, I want to be a twin flame. Yeah, it's cool because you got one frequency that you're pulled to, that in the 3D, it looks impossible for you to even unite. Okay, and that's because we have a lot of spiritual things to do in the interim, but we're always going to be drawn to that spirit, that frequency and energy from our twin. So once we get the understanding of what our journey is, and our journey is to help the masses, to help raise the frequency of the masses to 5D. And that takes a lot of love. That takes the love that we have for each other. We have to share it with the masses. Okay? And before we even unite as twins. So because in the interim, we're allowing our higher selves to merge with us, to be able to help us when we're one. Because when we're one, too much power, and it's not going to be able to reflect it the way how it should be without the higher self involved. So one of the twin flames will be able to help to make that merge possible, while the other is still in the 3D, helping to get that balance and understanding of the physical realm also, so that when the two become one, is a balance throughout the masses. And that takes all the twins throughout that are here in the physical to be able to understand the necessity of their higher self to bring that merge into one. And like I said, that frequency doesn't change the pull that the twins have for each other, because that pull is real. It's very, very real. And most of the times, like I mentioned, the other ones is once you go through the situations with the other soulmate situations, you're able to move on, and you may be hurt and may try to protect yourself, but at the same time, you're able to get over them, and then you meet up with a twin flame where you have is not a possession. It's not like you're possessive of them, because you're on a spiritual journey, so you know that you don't have you more or less want to get out of the pool that you have with them, especially when you don't know about it. Sometimes even when you know about it, you don't really enjoy that pool that you have for that individual, but you love them so much that you just don't understand what that pool is until you do understand it, and then you're cool with it. You start to calm down a whole lot and accept the journey and do what needs to be done and stay focused. So it's a matter of getting to that point, and like I said, your higher self will give you the time that is time to get ready and put yourself in position for union, and helping the masses is part of it. Whatever your part of the journey is, that part, the twins will be able to help in what needs to be done. And there's a lot of spiritual gifts that are to be imparted to the twins, and in the divine time they will be able to receive it. And I want to thank you for listening today. Much love and peace out. Thanks for watching Twin Flame 1111. And I would like to hear from you on how your journey is shaping out. So please, if you can, leave a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always great to know. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share with others. Also, if you haven't subscribed and would like to hear more on the love of us all and our journey, hit the subscribe button below and the bell. Much love always.